I know. This is how we do. Let's go. Seminole Nation, brand Novians here. Fear the spit, we got the new flavor that's in your ear. We dope, raw and gritty, rep from city to city. We the intelligent committee and we bringing that smoke. Sports, entertainment, politics, and lifestyle. Garnet and gold, the colors, we earned our stripes now. Sit back, relax, rock with Doc and Black. When you hear that music bumping, it's time to do something. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Brand Novians, we finally here, we finally made it. It's game time, it's homecoming week. We're about to battle Wake Forrest. We've had some trouble with Wake Forest in the past. Today, we plan on changing that, at least we do. I'm sure the players do as well. Stu Black.
What's up, baby?
It's Facebook Live, baby.
Yeah.
Talk to the people, tell them what they want to know.
We're here, man. We are your official correspondents for this Florida State, man. Brand Novians podcast. We in the building, baby.
In the building.
It's homecoming weekend.
Yes.
Florida State, State Farm Bureau. We got Sun Pass, everything going on back here, man. It's official. Live on Florida State campus. We are in the heart of Doak Campbell Stadium, Bobby Bowden Field. Wake Forest, 3:30.
Stadium that Deion Sanders built.
Did Deion build this?
Absolutely.
Did he?
He was one of those first classes that took it to another level. Put us on the map.
I thought you meant he built it. Like
Not literally. He didn't get the mortar and brick and do all that.
Well, you said he built it, so I was just
yeah,
checking.
figuratively speaking. But
Oh,
you know
figuratively
what I mean. Listen,
speaking.
science and mathematics, we know the difference.
Hey, so let's get into it real quick. Homecoming weekend, been a rocky start so far.
Right.
Will they have an emotional letdown after Miami?
I personally don't think so. I don't think so. I think these kids, I
You
heard you. I
say
heard
it with
you.
your chest.
Listen.
Little laugh.
Listen.
Just say it with your chest.
I think these young men, they know what they're up against. They know what they've dealt with. And they form this little bond where they start to say it's us against the world type, right? And I think that's beneficial to the team. And I think Coach Taggart is playing on that. But I think, it's going to take a little bit, today. They may have some, rough edges. But I think by halftime, we're going to be happy. We're going to be proud of these boys. Either way, I'm proud of these boys regardless. But I look forward to it today. We're going to be in the stadium, baby. We're going to be on the field?
Of course.
There you go. We're going to be on the field, 50-yard line. We may throw down the...
I hope he let me call a play,
Listen,
I got a couple plays.
Call the play for a minute.
I got a couple plays I'm going to put in there,
Go
man.
deep.
Go deep. Stop with this east-west. Let's go north-south.
Go deep. Running, go deep.
Running, pass, go that way.
That way.
Go that way.
That way.
Which way?
That way.
Hey man, it's been a great homecoming weekend so far. Step show on Thursday.
Yeah.
I believe I forgot who the winners were, but I heard it was a great performance.
They did a good job.
Good job.
Yeah. The Sigma Gamma Rho, they won for the women.
They did?
They won
okay,
for the women.
then the Sigmas won for the men, right?
The Sigmas won
okay,
for
so
the men.
shouts out
Good
to
job.
them. Good job, gentlemen and ladies. And Friday was nice, man. A lot of day parties. We did a dedication of the new Black Student Union House. I believe it's a 2.5, almost $3 million gorgeous facility. President Thrasher came out and showed love to help for the ribbon cutting. Shouts out to Shari, the BSU president,
yes.
Ali Moore.
Yes.
You were able to purchase rooms in there and kind of dedicate it, and a lot of people did it. Shouts out to Omega Psi Phi Chi Theta chapter. We got some rooms in there. So it's been a real
Don't
good
forget
thing.
about the Pioneer Room. Tell the people about the
No,
Pioneer Room.
you tell them about
Let
the
me tell you
Pioneer
about the Pioneer Room. Okay, so you have some of FSU's oldest and first to integrate this school get together and decide that they wanted to pull their money into getting their own room called the Pioneer Room.
Nice.
That's deep.
It's live.
And dope.
It's live.
So again, like you said, $2.5 million house. I mean, it's what, 3-story? What, 2-story? 2-story house?
It might be 3.
It looks like it's 3, but I think it's only 2 though. I think it slopes down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Oh,
it's
my
very,
goodness.
Very, very impressed by what we've been able to pull off with that.
Right.
And shouts out to the university. It doesn't happen with them. And shouts out to just the Black alumni and the students on campus, because everyone made that happen.
That's right.
So that was phenomenal.
Right.
You know, now we're the tailgating out there now.
Which we're about to go run and get to, and we're going to broadcast again, live.
Yeah.
Live? You want to see it?
Of course.
You want to see it?
Of course.
Oh, it's going to be off the chain.
Okay.
Listen,
So
Tallahassee, baby.
So phone's ringing. I don't like that.
Turn it off.
I just did.
All right. So,
Hey man, let's get into this game.
Yes.
Wake Forest, 3:30.
Yes.
What you think, man? Do we have an emotional letdown from the Miami game? Because that was bad, sir. That was bad. Up 20,
yeah.
45 yards in the second half.
I heard a stat.
What's the stat?
And I'm probably not going to quote the stat verbatim, but the stat deals with the 4 quarters of football between halftime and Louisville game to the first half of this last Miami game.
Okay.
And we completely outscored our opponent. We played great offense, great defense, and I think that's where Willie Taggart wants to take this team. And I think that's the goal here. So I don't think there's going to be a letdown. I think that, you know, dealing with that other team, a whole bunch of things, adjustments were made. Okay, we forget about that. Mark Richt went in the halftime and he made some adjustments.
Mark Richt is Georgia. He used to coach for Georgia.
Yeah.
And now he coaches for Miami. And you thought those were adjustments, or did just the defense?
He clearly made adjustments.
What was the adjustments, or did the defense just get after us?
Those are adjustments, Q. That's adjustments.
Is that adjustments or better execution? I'm just asking because they didn't really look like they did anything different.
Well, something different happened. We didn't make some adjustments, apparently.
Or we just got hit in the mouth.
Or some adjustments were made.
Okay. What were the adjustments then? Let's discuss these adjustments.
We're not going to get into that right now because I'm not a Miami fan. I'm going to get into Florida State football.
Or is it you really don't know the
So,
adjustments? You're just talking.
That's what you want?
Yes,
This
you're
is
just
what you
talking.
want to do?
You're
This
just
is
talking.
We're on Facebook Live and this is what you want to do? Huh?
You just can't talk to the people and lie to the people.
Hey, listen.
What adjustments were made? You brought
See
it
the
up.
10? You see the 10?
What were the
That's for
adjustments?
perfection. So anyway, going forward, okay.
You notice he didn't say anything about the
Forest.
adjustments.
You
This
see-
is what I
you
deal
see
with all
he's
the
trying
time.
to go off to the side, right? You see what he's trying to do,
No,
right?
I'm not. I just
He's
want
been
the
doing this for a long time.
What's the adjustment?
Why is he yelling? Why is he always
Because you
yelling?
never give up the goddamn
Why is he
adjustment.
always yelling?
Oh, he doesn't have any adjustments.
Listen, Facebook. Sydney, you out there? Listen, Facebook Live.
Listen. Don't talk
Hey,
to no
man.
UF fan right now.
Hey, man. Listen. What the 5 fingers say to the bearded man?
Listen. Slap! Are you going to give the adjustments or
Listen.
not?
So going forward,
He doesn't have
playing Wake Forest, Florida State by 20. That's my prediction.
So you went from adjustments in Miami game to
Write it
prediction?
down. Put it in stone.
What's going on here?
Florida State by 20. Okay? I predict we get a pick 6.
Okay, well, I'm going to be a little more
you
analytical
got?
than that. I'm going to start back with the Miami and
You
set
ain't got all the
adjustments.
answers, Sway.
So listen,
Sway, you ain't got all the answers.
I'm not sure adjustments were made or not, but the execution happened.
What's the
So
difference?
it could be both. Well, I'm talking now.
What's the difference?
So
You say you're not sure.
here's the thing that kind of worries me.
Why you worried?
Because I guess that's my job. I love my team, so I'm a little. Here's what I'm worried about.
Uh-huh.
You brought up the reason I was harping on adjustments is because I haven't seen so far Coach Taggart's willingness early to make adjustments. So like this year, we know what this year is. This is a rebuilding year. We discussed that early. You know, you kind of had different thoughts on it. I think you've now come around to, okay, it is as bad as we thought it was. And so things need to be rebuilt. Now that's all encompassing. We're in this nice facility now.
Right.
When we're sitting here now, we see some things that could be better. All right? Same thing with the team. O-line needs to be rebuilt. You know, certain energy, the guys, you know, that needs to be rebuilt. Mental toughness. And in that, I think he's doing a good job with that. But now X's and O's, some questionable play calling at times.
Sure.
Right. And
That's part of coaching.
That's part of coaching.
Yeah,
and I
it
think
happens.
he's trying to find out what he has.
Right.
So what I'm looking for is, since this year is a rebuilding year, what I've now started to look for is okay, Coach Taggart, during pressure situations, what type decisions are you making, and how does that translate into the future?
Right.
And there is what I'm saying. I haven't necessarily seen a willingness to make adjustments at times. That's what I'm saying, a little concerning. And is he just trying to implement a system for the new guys? No, you didn't want to talk adjustments before.
Well, okay, so you want adjustments? I'm going to give you adjustments. All right, Coach Rick made an adjustment. For instance, we threw a screen last game against Miami, broke out for like 20, 25, 30 yards.
Right.
Great play.
Great play.
Then Miami recognized that same play next time and got a pick on that. That's a tweak. That's an adjustment. You got to give him credit for that. Now going back to Willie Taggart.
Because it was the same formation.
It's the same play. Right. That's right. You're recognizing it. So you sit down and you look at the video.
Right.
But now going to Coach Taggart. Coach Taggart did make an adjustment on a touchdown that got called back.
Great play call.
Great play at the right time.
The kid has to know he has to get back.
True enough.
Either Francois has to step up,
True
but
enough.
the kid has to step back.
True enough. True enough. But
And that's why you can't leave it to the ref.
True.
Can't leave it to
But I'm going to the adjustment that
Great
was
play
made.
call. They were saving that too.
They were saving it. I mean, that was perfect. That again, it's hard to go back in time. It's hard to do that. But I mean, I feel like that would have given us the momentum and possibly won that game. But again, it's in the record books. It's done. You know what? Let's go to the next game.
Yeah. So I mean, they were really heartbroken, and Florida State fans, deservedly so. We had full right to be angry.
Sure.
Because you do not, under any circumstances, give up a 20-point lead, especially how they struggled throughout the season. And that first half and, you know, maybe a quarter of the third quarter, you know, that's a fourth now of the third quarter. We were playing lights out football.
Florida State football. Right.
Lights out football.
Right.
Lights out football. Special teams. I mean, what an electric return. I haven't seen a return like that in years. And we always talk special teams.
Greg Reed.
Yeah.
Greg Reed.
He was nice.
Yeah,
He was nice in the return.
He was nice. He was nice.
He was nice in return.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I just think that they put so much energy in that game. I said it afterwards. I'm glad Wake Forest wasn't last week, because I just feel it would just been such an emotional letdown.
Right.
And you got to be careful of that. They poured so much energy in that process, and then to come up short, and you know they were counting their chickens before they hatched on that side.
I was. I was.
I wasn't, but I was happy.
No, you said at halftime.
We need to score 30 more points.
Yeah, we need 30 points. Right, and you're right.
We needed 30 more points.
You're right. You're right.
We needed 57.
We needed 57 points. Or we needed that touchdown to be called a touchdown.
Or Aguayo, hit the field goal, son. You got one job. Well, maybe a couple more. But your one job was to hit that field goal. And we win.
We win the
Or
game.
we're in a better position.
Because
Miami, I mean, they were in the red zone. And there was nothing that made me think if they needed another touchdown, there was nothing at that point that made me say they weren't going to get that touchdown.
Right. But it's a big benefit to be in somebody's within someone's 20-yard line every time. That's a tough sell for any defense.
You flip the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So coming into today, it's a beautiful day in Tallahassee.
Woo!
Oh man. Now let's do a quick pivot. The Panhandle and Tallahassee, Panama. The people are really out here, man. And a lot of people, even the news outlets, were like, "Why is Florida State playing this game?" Because there are a lot of displaced people in the hotels and surrounding areas.
Right.
But I'm happy they're playing the game, because when we walk around and see the people, everyone's talking about the hurricane,
Right.
of how it's just ripped homes apart. But today it brings people together,
Right.
and it also gives you a chance to just escape, just a little bit.
Right.
And so I'm happy the school and the administration, for that reason, decided to still play the game. Because when you go outside the tailgate, man, people are having a very good time out there, sir.
ball.
And I'm ready to get back to it.
Listen, I read an article where $90,000 was raised for one of our athletes.
Oh, he lost his home.
He lost
right?
his home that he grew up in, that his mother grew up in. But Florida State family came together.
Right.
And they put that money together.
Right.
For this young man.
That's impressive.
That's the Florida State family. That's what we're in. That's what we're part of.
Right. And to complement that, bigger than the Florida State family, that's the human family.
That's the human.
You know, when disasters happen, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what galvanizes us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, forget the politics, what you believe. Are you a Democrat, or are you a Republican, or independent? When disaster strikes, I think the human nature of people shines through. Now, you still got some assholes out there now
No doubt.
hey, I'm not going to help this person, I'm not going to help that person.
No.
That's always going to exist.
Right.
But in this case, man, I really think the community, surrounding community, other states, I mean, there's people from Michigan here that are, you know, they got Tent City, is what it's called, at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So Marines, Air Force, you know, other states, or they're just out there taking a rest and then going back in the surrounding areas, man, helping those people, man, because it's going to be a tough recovery.
This brings me to another issue.
Yeah.
Again, another pivot. Dobby Flowers,
Yes.
right? What's her place called?
The Magnolia Leaf.
The Magnolia Leaf. Apparently, her brother told me yesterday we were playing golf, and he told me that she was renting out her home to some people that were coming to help with the recovery.
Right.
And that's deep.
That's big, man.
That's deep.
She's a special woman, man. I mean, I kind of got a crush on her, man. I had a crush on her, man. She's just a she's just a beautiful.
She's genuine.
Beautiful woman. Great statue of her and her brother and Maxwell Courtney on campus, the integration statue.
That's right.
It's been great, man. It's been
right.
great. So once again, hurricane victims, we're with you, man. Brandovians, you know, we'll be dropping off water and other perishable goods before we leave Tallahassee to make sure we do our part with that regards. So peace up to you, man. So yeah, you want to get back to this game, or you got something?
Let's get back to this game, but I did want to send a shout out to current Mayor Gillum in his campaign.
Yeah, he did a great job too.
He did a great job. He made sure that everybody was in place,
Yeah.
and he worked even with the governor.
Yeah, you can't front on Richard. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
give him some credit.
He put his politics aside for a second. I'm not a Republican. I'm just trying to help my state. So shouts out to Rick Scott too. I mean, him, Gillum, Nick Maddox on the commissioner level locally, man, and all the local politicians and just first responders.
Good job.
Great job to you.
Good job, and thank you.
But now we're here for some football, baby.
Tailgate time. Listen, you'll probably see us on the 50-yard line. If you see us streak across with black shirt and white shirt, you'll see Doc
I'm not
on the back.
streaking anywhere.
You'll see Doc on the back. You'll see Black on the
No,
on the
I
back.
won't be doing any of that.
Listen, family, follow us on.
We got Facebook, Twitter.
Are we up?
We up. We're dropping a new website today.
Today?
Yeah, it's gonna be live
Today.
Today, it's gonna be ill because we got Kid Capri at the Moon tonight. So if you are in Tallahassee, listen to me. You're not gonna want to miss this.
If you're not in Tallahassee,
You should probably drive here right now. You should try to get you a flight, even if you're in Vegas or London or wherever it is.
Right.
You try to get you a flight in the next couple hours. You can still make it because DJ Kid Capri, Brandovians, attorney Benjamin Crump, on behalf of the Black Alumni Association, we got Kid Capri coming to the legendary Moon.
the Moon.
Starting at 10, we're going till I think 3.
Will they kick us out?
Yeah, until they kick us out.
Yep.
It's gonna be a movie in there tonight. So if you haven't got your ticket, you should do that because it's gonna be a legendary night, man.
Let's do it. Let's get this tailgate too.
All right, listen. Thank y'all for checking in. Brandovians, we here once again. Shouts out to Farm Bureau, Sun Pass, Florida State Seminoles. We here, baby. Let's go. Peace.